You the one I wanna be next to. Hope you don't mind when I text you. Stop playing, girl, let me bless you. Yeah. Oh, you back again. Say you single and you ready, girl, what's happening? I let you leave me once before and I can't pass again. No, I can't play around with you, I'm on your ass again.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see by the thumbnail and the title, today's video is going to be episode 3 of my, episode 4 I think. 3 or 4 of my Halloween series. This specific look is supposed to be like a torn face, you guys can see. Yeah, it was a struggle trying to get this look together, but I honestly, I pretty much am satisfied with it. If y'all want to see how I achieved this look, it was easy, but it was just a little irritating. But we're gonna get straight into the video. Before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you guys never miss any more uploads, because I do have more looks on the way from my Halloween series. So first, to begin, we're going to you're gonna need a marker or like something of some sort to trace out basically where you want the mask to be. It's supposed to give the illusion like a torn face or like a masquerade mask. I don't know if they looked like that in the end, but that's what I was trying to go for. So I just went with a Sharpie marker. That was the only thing that I could find that will work for like to show up on my skin tone. But you're just gonna trace it out. Basically, you're just gonna trace around your eyes and like half of your nose. If you don't know exactly how masquerade mask look, then you just look it up on Google and it'll give you like a guide of basically where to trace your on your face. And then you're going to get your liquid latex, and then you're going to trace that liquid latex along the line wherever you trace. Just where you want to put your liquid latex at. And then we're just going to get some tissue, and we want the edge raggedy because, like I said, it's supposed to give you like a torn effect. So the only way you're going to get that torn effect is if you when you put the tissue on, make sure that the tissue, as you guys can see around my tissue, is like ragged, like it's raggedy, it's like torn. That's the kind of look that you want to go for, and you're going to do that around the whole entire outline, and it's extremely simple to do. After you get done and all you need is one layer of tissue. You don't want it to be too thick. One layer of tissue would do the job. And after you get done applying the tissue all the way around, you want to make sure that you go back on top of the tissue with some liquid latex so that it can really look like skin-like. That's the only way it's going to look skin-like, and for when you apply your foundation and stuff, for it to adhere to the tissue, is if you put liquid latex on top of it. So right here, as you guys can see, I'm patting that liquid latex on top of the tissue. And look, it looks a lot more smoother, and that way you don't have to worry about the tissue breaking off or tearing or anything when you do get ready to apply like your foundation shade on top of it and stuff like that. And now we're going to take a break from the actual mask part, and we're just going to focus on the outside. So basically, it's supposed to look like your flesh, like the inside of your skin, like if it's real bloody, like somebody just torn your face off, everything except for your eyes and your eyebrows and half of your nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply liquid latex all over my face. I was doing section to section because it's, the liquid latex does dry down very quickly. So I'm going to put a layer of liquid latex on, and then I'm just going to do some cotton. Originally, I was supposed to do all cotton, but the cotton, I hate working with cotton, honestly, because it gets so sticky, especially when you are using it with liquid latex. So I did a combination of cotton and tissue, but both works perfectly fine. I would prefer the cotton though, honestly, because the cotton will give you more of that puffier look, and that's what you want, because that's how it will look like. That's how your skin will look underneath. That's how your flesh will look under your skin. So I would preferably go with cotton, but I don't know. I think I would like prefer to use like a better applicator when it comes to applying the liquid latex on top of the cotton. But as you guys can see, I am breaking the cotton up because I don't want to just put cotton balls on there because it's just going to be way too much going on. So just kind of tear the cotton apart before you actually apply it to your face. And I am going to cover my entire face with the cotton, the entire face. I'm doing the bottom half first, then I'm going to do the top half in a minute. And now as you guys can see, I'm basically going, after I get done applying as much cotton as I would need. I think I probably went back in with more because I feel like I needed more in certain spots. But for the most part, after you get done putting your cotton and slash tissue, whatever you decide to use, gonna go back in, you're gonna put some latex on top. Whatever SFX makeup look you're doing, you want to make sure that the last thing that you apply is liquid latex, because that's the only way that it's going to give you that skin-like finish. The only way. If you put the cotton on last, then when you try to put like a foundation or blood or stuff like that, it's going to get sticky to it. Now I'm going to go in with my body paint. I used this in my last video, well, my last SFX look, and this is the red body paint works as a base for your blood. The only way that's going to look realistic. I'm going to go in with a stippling sponge, and I'm just going to stipple that blood across, making sure that I get every single piece of cotton or piece of tissue that I see, because like I said, you don't want it to look white. You want it to look very bloody and dark and red. And then I end up going with a brush instead of continuing to use that stippling sponge, because I wanted to get it right under that tissue. And you don't want to color the tissue that you just applied around your eyes and stuff. You don't want to color that red. You want to keep that white because you're going to do something with that in a minute. So I went in with a brush so that I can get that paint in like very intimate places. Then I'm going to go in with my liquid blood. I'm going to keep all the stuff in the description box below. And I'm going to put that on top of the red paint. I'm going to be using a stippling sponge so that it can look a little, like sprinkly, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use the blood right on top of wherever I put the paint. I'm going to put the blood. And as you guys can see, it's starting to look a little bit more realistic. But it is a little like too red. And like your flesh is going to look like that, plus a little dark as well. But we're going to get it to be dark in a minute. Just hang tight, period. So yeah, see. And I think at first, I think the reason why I say it was a little bit difficult because I really didn't see the vision as I was doing it. But I feel like once it was all done, that's when I started to see like what I was really going for. But yeah, so now as you guys can see, I'm basically kind of like pulling at my cotton at the bottom, because I wanted to give it, like I said, torn, and I don't want it to look perfect, like too perfect and matted at the bottom. So I decided to like pull some of the cotton so that it can like it's hanging in a sense, so it can like my skin or my flesh is hanging. So that's how it would look if it was real. And then I decided to do the top last, because I actually wasn't going to do the top, but I was like, that's the only way that it's really going to come to life. So I just did the same thing that I did to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top as well. It kept getting, the liquid latex and that blood kept getting freaking stuck in my hair. So I only did one side of the top. Like I didn't do the whole top of my forehead, which I should have done, but oh well, my hair is covering it anyways. Then I'm going to go with my coagulated blood. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. I said it wrong in the last video. Going to go in with that, and that's going to give me that fresh flesh look, y'all. Y'all have to get this blood. If y'all are wanting to do this SFX look, it's important to get this exact blood, because that other blood is going to dry down and it's going to look too red. This gives you that dark flesh, fresh vibe, and it does not dry down either. It gives you that thick blood vibe, and that's the type of blood that you're going to have in your flesh, like, you know. So I was using the regular applicator at first, and then it really wasn't really working for me. So I decided to use a brush so that it can, you know, spread evenly or whatever. So that's basically what I'm doing. As you guys can see, it's starting to look more deeper and more more realistic. And basically, you just want to put enough on. I would prefer to do a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. You want to cover that whole, all that paint that you use. You want to cover all of that up. So that's what I was doing. And now I'm just going to go in my foundation shade because, like I said, you want to give the illusion like you have a torn mask on or like your face is being torn off. So what I want to do is I want to cover that tissue with my foundation shade. And you want to cover all of the tissue. But I did it because honestly, I got tired, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I got tired, so I stopped. But like I said, you do want to make sure that you covered all of the tissue with your foundation shade. That's the way that you're gonna get it to look like is your face, but it's torn off in a sense. So yeah, that's how it looks. And I think it looks really, really good. It's giving me like Jeepers Creepers vibes. Like, I don't know. But it looks scary though. I like it. It definitely gives me the vibes. But like I said, if I would have went forward with actually covering every single piece of the tissue with my foundation shade, I think it would look a lot more like how I wanted it to look. But as I look at it, it definitely looks good. And it actually didn't take that long. It took like 2 hours as well. So I'm very happy about how it looks. I think I did pretty good, especially because it's my first time doing something like this. So yeah, I give myself props. And so once you get done putting your foundation shade on the tissue, you're just going to tug at the tissue very lightly. Like I said, you don't want it to tear or anything. So you're just going to pull it so that it can look like it's like coming up. Because it may have like kind of flatted down when you was putting the blood on there and when you was putting the foundation on there. So just tug at it around the edges to make it like it's kind of peeling. And that's going to really give you that vibe like somebody really tore your face off. And yeah, and then I was gonna do eyeshadow and stuff, but I feel like it looked more like my more like my skin was torn off if I didn't put any if I didn't put any like makeup or eyebrows, nothing on. So that's why you don't see like me actually doing makeup in this video. And then I'm just going to go in with another stippling sponge and I'm going to stipple some blood across my face, because if this was real, you would have blood splattered on your actual face where it was torn off it. So you don't want it to look too perfect or well done. Like, you want it to look effortless. You want it to look like how it would look if it was real. So that's what I'm doing, making it look like it's real, period. Like, there's nothing else to it. But you don't want to put blood across the whole thing. You just want to really put it on the outside of it, because that's really where it would be at. That's really where it would be at if it was real. And then I'm just going to go back in with that coagulated blood, and I'm just going to put more on because I wanted to look really dark. Like, I wanted to look dark in my pictures. It was giving me the vibes in person, but I just feel like on camera it really wasn't like dark as I wanted it to be. And I wanted to look good on my pictures and videos as well. So I went in more with that, and then I just kind of kept tugging at the bottom of it to make it, like I said, make it look like it was being stretched out or whatever. See, look, that's what I'm doing. And it looks better that I did that. Yeah, because it looked like my face was finna fall off at any moment. And also I did the same thing to the top as well. It was a little bit of a struggle because my wig was right there. But I just used like the tweezers and I just kind of pulled it up like that. And then I just pulled it out with my fingers. You don't want it to look like a mask. So that's why you want to make sure that you kind of like pulling it. Because if you don't do anything to it, it's going to look like makeup. Like, it's not going to look real. So yeah, just keep doing it to your liking, and then that's how it looks in the end, period. It looks really good, like really, really good. It looks like I was me, and then somebody just came and tore my face off or something. It's really giving me Halloween scary, creepy vibes. But anyways, I love how this look came out. I was pretty satisfied with the ending or whatever. Y'all like how this look came out? Make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so that you guys never miss any more uploads, because I do have more on the way, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm coming through with the looks for these next 2 weeks, y'all. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.
She a bad one, she love Christian, she love diamonds, pay attention. Can I have you? Girl, I want you, girl, I need you.